I'm Chris Herring. I'm the publisher of Riverwalk Publishing, LLC, located in San Antonio, Texas, the 7th largest city in the United States. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of a journey in terms of what we went through to publish our very first Riverwalk magazine publication. Now, Riverwalk magazine is it's a very special magazine because it captures the lifestyles of those people who live in San Antonio, Texas, 1.2 million citizens in which we want to serve. The magazine has been described as being luxurious by Forbes magazine. And as you flip through the magazine, you'll actually see that the content is brilliant. The pictures are very vivid and bold, and the graphic design is just phenomenal. I give credit in this project to Gerald Gibbons Jr., who actually is the president and CEO for Riverwalk magazine, and Jamal Hayward, who did every single page of the graphic layout. And our technical director, who's responsible for our website, riverwalkmagazine.com, is Mickey McBride. And I tell you, the combination of a strong website and a strong print magazine really does wonders for any publication. What did we go through? Initially, we had to go out and we had to find the stories in which we best thought would reflect the city of San Antonio. We went out and we canvassed museums and galleries. We talked to people who were in the Chamber of Commerce. We even had a 12-page ad that was provided by Forbes magazine for our real estate section, which was just off the chain. What do I mean by off the chain? Meaning that the content was very live, livid. It really brought San Antonio to life. And by having a mentor in the publishing field like a Forbes, it really does wonders when you're trying to keep that morale going for the team. And Forbes has helped us out in the very early stages of our development, and we couldn't be blessed to have a better corporate partner. Starbucks was another company that came to help us, and we are actually looking forward to doing their marketing in our next edition of the Riverwalk magazine. So right now we're here at Schwicke Media, and Schwicke Media is our print company. Every good magazine has to have a great print company. Schwicke's put out the Study Breaks, which is a college-based magazine. And we really like the story of Schwicke in terms of how they took this magazine and came out with their own print company. Maybe one day Riverwalk Magazine and Riverwalk Publishing will have its own print company. And you can see by the covers that are on the wall the various impacts that this company has made. It's just great, and we're glad to be a part of their team. Okay, now what happens when you print a magazine, you have to come up with a design, and you have to come out with your table of contents. Now, the table of contents really needs to talk to the readers in which you're trying to attract to the magazine in terms of reading it. The better the content, the more the advertisers want to market with your magazine. And then the distribution is the other facet. Where are you going to put the magazines to get the best return for the advertiser? So in our table of contents, for instance, we have restaurants, we have cultural events, we have personalities, theater and music. We even do a little write-up on our favorite car, or a car which we're going to do a car review. Retail, which is shopping and more shopping. And then we also look at how do we tie in the community service projects that are going on in our great city. You know, there's so many nonprofits that are working so hard every day. We want to make sure that we capture their message and we disseminate it through the Riverwalk magazine. And we also have a business economics issues, real estate, and we're dealing with commercial and residential, sports, and again, community service and nonprofits. And in our magazine, community service and nonprofits repeats and repeats and repeats, because these are the folks who are really working so hard to make things happen. With every magazine, you have to have advertisers. So in this premiere edition, the Alamo Query Market produced a very beautiful ad for our premiere edition. And as you can see, Jamal really did an exceptional job with taking the colors and matching them so that we'd have a nice blend. And so far, whenever anyone looks at our magazine, they say, wow, look at the colors. Look at the colors. It's so colorful. How does the magazine get put together? Well, typically after you visit the printer, they'll give you a print sheet. And the print sheet is a very large print of all your pages. And what they do is they have you to check for the color, make sure that the color is right. They have you to check for the brightness of the images, and they also look for the bleeds to see if your colors actually bleed off the page, so that when they are taking the time to cut the actual magazine, that there'll be enough of the bleed to cut into. And those are the basic things in which they look for. And then if you have any type of changes or adjustments that take place, the printer will actually make the adjustments. And it's dual-sided. And I don't know how they work this, but they're able to flip, they're able to fold, they're able to, make it work so that you have a magazine that the machine basically will cut it and it's already in the right order. The right order also is determined by what we call pagination. And this is a term that basically describes how the magazine is laid out. And it's typically in a black and white form. But what they'll do is they'll lay out the magazine and they'll give it to you so that you can verify that all of your pages line up. Again, the cutting process from going from this to this has to happen. So what you do is validate each and every page. And you make sure that every page is lined up. And then at the end of validating that the pages all line up, then you sign off, you initial, and you provide it back to the printer so that they know they did a good job. And then you got to tell them they did a good job. What else? After the pagination occurs, after the magazine is laid out, folded, and so forth, then it gets put on the printers to be printed. And we'll show you a clip a little bit later of that printing process. It's outstanding. It takes a team effort. The printer, a good printer, is really an extension of the magazine, so make sure you take good care of them. The final result for us was a very nice Riverwalk magazine, very special, the Western Riverwalk San Antonio advertisement on the back. And again, as you go through our premiere edition at least, a very colorful portrayal of the city of San Antonio. We're very proud that we're able to work with such great people to put this magazine together. And if you have any questions, if you're trying to put together your own publication, feel free to send me an email at publisher@riverwalkmagazine.com, and we'll hook you up with some good information. We won't tell you all of our secrets, but we'll definitely give you some good information so that you can put together an award-winning magazine like we put together here. And I don't say it in a bragging way, but I'm very proud of the team that really did a fine job to launch our very first edition. We have downloads that have occurred on our digital version, and you can actually pull down this in the digital version on riverwalkmagazine.com and take part in a couple of contests that we have online for those people who like to download and win things. You can definitely do that through our website. And what you'll see on the website is you'll see we have some really great offers for those who are interested in marketing and advertising their businesses in San Antonio, Texas. This is a perfect way to get your information to the people. And we really enjoyed putting this together. I can't think of anything else right now, but again, come to our website, www.riverwalkmagazine.com. You can even find Riverwalk Publishing on MySpace, because we're engaged with all of the MySpace community, especially those from Texas, who really want to reach out and to get a feel for what San Antonio, Texas is. Our downloads have come from Great Britain, Canada, Mexico. They've come from all over, and it becomes, in that case, then it becomes a nice tourist type of magazine as well. Our heart and soul, though, is to provide the 1.2 million San Antonio citizens some information about what happens in San Antonio, Texas, so they can take advantage of it for their family and their friends. And we really believe we have a blessed publication. We've been blessed with a great staff. We look forward to serving the community in San Antonio, Texas for years to come. So, again, I'm Chris Herring, publisher, Riverwalk Publishing LLC, located in the great state of Texas, San Antonio. All right, thanks again.